Every penny counts. That's why I go to Pathmark for Liquid Tide.
With more powerful stain fighters, Liquid Tide gets out many tough stains bargain brands can leave behind, and it helps keep cottons looking like new.
Oh, we tried a bargain brand once. I went right back to my Tide. On our family budget, the better clean is the best value.
Get new Liquid Tide.
And save on Tide.
Tide helps keep cottons looking like new. Look what can happen to clothes washed in regular detergent. But with Tide, there's less fuzzing that makes cottons look faded.
She'll still outgrow her clothes, but at least they'll look great on her little sister.
Help keep cottons looking like new with Tide. A great value at ShopRite.
Is your mall becoming a magnet for crime?
Give us 1 hour.
We'll give you a day and date to remember.
Today at 4 on Channel 2.
And the lights, Martin, the lights and the...
Oh, yes, they're from the biggest amusement park in the world. And the view from the Ferris wheel over the harbor. It's just magnificent.
Oh, just like everything in this beautiful city. Thank you.
Now, if you ladies are feeling rather adventurous, would you like me to do the ordering for you?
I'm in your hands. You only live once.
And you haven't lived at all until you've had the shark's fin soup here. Zoe?
Sorry, I never eat after 6.
Zoe, come on now.
Well, it's one of the tricks of the trade. Right, Sarah? Sarah? Huh? What is with you tonight? You're in the Twilight Zone.
Thank you so much for letting me bring them along.
Well, it's a pleasure, but neither of them look very happy, do they?
We're not going to let them spoil our evening. Hong Kong is such an enchanting city, and I'm going to hate to say goodbye.
Goodbye? Mm-hmm. So soon?
Well, yes. My business here is finished, and there's nothing to keep me here.
This is my job now. So quiet, as if the birds knew you weren't here. Don't worry. Dan may be gone, but I won't let you down.
Ooh, you're moving fast this morning, Zippy.
Yeah, lots to do on this Mason case. His family's not going to return to normal until this trial's over with. No, I got it. Hello?
Tom, it's your father. I'm afraid I have some sad news for you.
What's up?
Mac died last night.
Oh, God. What happened?
Heart attack. We got him to the hospital quickly, but...
How's Graham doing, Dad?
Well, you know your grandmother. She's remarkable.
Tell her I love her and that we'll be right over, okay?
I think that'd help. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
What? What happened?
Mac died, sweetie. It was his heart.
Oh, God. Oh, man, he was the best. How's Graham?
Well, it's gonna be tough for her. You know I loved him, honey.
We gotta get over there.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, God!
What?
They're all over at Kim's?
Well, yeah, honey.
Tom, we gotta get them out of there. I mean, they might as well have targets on their back, Tom.
Hey, remember, don't open it. Anyone asks you where it came from, you tell them you don't know.
Okay, here. And don't leave it on the doorstep. Make sure it's personally handed to a member of Tom Hughes' family.
You got it.
As the world turns. Brought to you today by New Crest Plus Gum Care to help protect your teeth and gums. It's just what the dentist ordered.
When I sing from my soul, it reflects my inner pride and confidence. Part of that confidence is knowing that when I open my mouth, my teeth are incredibly clean. That's why I switched from ordinary toothpaste to Tartar Control Crest. My dentist says it has special tartar blockers. They're drawn to where tartar is forming, where you can see it and where you can't. So I'm confident my teeth are clean. And when I'm confident, it makes a difference inside and out.
There's you, the guy you married, and your 2.3 kids. You've got good reasons to use deodorant soaps. Now we've got a better reason not to. New Zest Body Wash. See, deodorant soaps can be too drying, but new Clear Blue Zest Body Wash is a skin conditioning gel that rinses cleaner than deodorant soaps. So, the big guy's refreshed, the kids are clean, and you're real smooth. Clearly, New Zest Body Wash gives everybody cleaner, smoother skin. Well, almost.
I'm on the road all season. I don't eat right. Sometimes I get irregular. But I can't let it slow me down, because if I miss a call, I will hear about it. I didn't want to focus on the game, so I never miss a call. In my opinion.
Metamucil, the natural choice for regularity.
Yeah, and as long as this Mason thing is hanging over us, nobody in our family should even be in town.
Sweetie, my grandmother's gonna bury her husband.
I know, baby. I'm just saying.
Look, I'm worried too. Now, the only thing I can come up with is the Emerald Society. Maybe I can get them to hold a vigil over at Dad's house till after the funeral.
All right, well, that's a good
I
idea.
mean, Mac's a retired police chief. It'll look like an honor guard. I'll ask Hal to put a few extra cops over there.
Just to make sure we know that they're none of Mason's people.
Don't worry, okay?
Do worry. I worry about you. I worry about the family. I worry about me. I don't want to be a widow.
I thought that we were clear on this whole thing, honey. I'm not going to let these people intimidate me. My first priority is to make some connection between Clegg's death and Mason, and if I do that, I'm going to put these people away for a long time.
And my first priority is make sure you stay alive.
I know, sweetie. I know. I'll be all right. Hello?
Tom, it's Hal.
Hey, listen, I'm kind of in a rush.
I know. I'm over at your folks' place. I was at the station when word came in about Mac. I just thought you'd want to know that I'm keeping an eye on things here.
I appreciate that. Margot and I are on our way over. Listen, you put a detail on over at the house?
It's already taken care of. The men should be here in a minute.
One step ahead of me, huh? Thanks, Hal.
Coffee, Hal?
Thank you, Nancy, yes.
Mom, let me do that, dear.
Thank you, dear. I must keep busy. All of you look so gloomy. Dan's at peace now.
Well, I'm sure of that, but aren't we allowed to be sad, Mom?
Well, Dan wouldn't like all these long faces. He was a lucky man. Lived a full life doing a worthwhile job that he very much enjoyed and surrounded by people he loved.
You're right, Mom. We should celebrate his life.
Well, after coming all this way to set up your new line, aren't you going to stay and at least see the initial run produced?
That really is not necessary, thanks to you, Martin. The Get Real line is in very capable hands. All I have to do is just see a few samples.
There's so much here that I wanted still to show you.
Well, I'll be coming back from time to time.
I'm sorry. I'm just being rather selfish, I suppose. The fact is, Lisa, you've been such a breath of fresh air.
Oh, well, that's sweet of you to say that.
No, I mean it. An inspiration.
An inspiration? Oh, really?
It's true. You show me that people really can overcome life's disappointments. So please, stay a few days. Girls, help me out here. Please persuade this lovely lady to stay on in our Asian Shangri-La for just a little bit longer.
What? Stay in Hong Kong when she could be in Oakdale? Tough choice, huh? Hello? Will you get over it already? What? This funk you're in. Okay, so fine. I lost a fashion spread to some flavor of the month. But it's their loss. And look, I don't blame you, okay? So
I was thinking
just...
about Oakdale, Zoe, not your career, for a change.
What is it about Oakdale all of a sudden?
Well, it's her home, Zoe.
Well, you think it was Paris, Rome, and Rio rolled into one.
Oh, no. Now, her brothers are there. Mark and Mike are living in the family house, and she's soon to be an aunt.
Geez, stop the press. Another child is coming into this world.
Zoe, when did you become so jaded? Look, these are her brothers, and she wants to go home.
Please, Sarah left Oakdale because it was a snooze. Right, hon? I'll take fame, fortune, and a dynamite career over Backwaterburg any day.
It's really not just the town I miss, Zoe. I haven't seen my brothers in years.
And whose fault is that?
It's partly mine.
Well, I haven't seen any signs of them yearning for your company.
I got a Christmas card from Mark.
Gee, I got a Christmas calendar from Main Street Plumbing.
Hey, you know that my mother dragged me off to Chicago when Mike was arrested.
Oh, Lord, are we back to that letter again? The one you never sent?
I never even got to say goodbye to him. I couldn't tell him that I believed in him, and that had to hurt a lot. And when I think of how he must have felt to have us all walk out on him like that.
Look, I'm sure he got over it. And right now, we have got bigger fish to fry.
Meaning your career.
That's right, honey. And I am not getting any younger, in case you haven't noticed.
Don't be melodramatic. Zoe, you were on the cover of Panache this year, not Modern Maturity.
Yeah, well, what about People and Us and Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue? Girl, you better get off your duff.
Oh, excuse me.
Certainly.
Hello? Yes.
Come in.
Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour.
I knew it was you. I knew it would be you.
Oh, he's clairvoyant. He knew it would
No, it's just that you're the only person left in town that's still talking to me.
Oh, John, that's not true. Lots of people are talking to you. It's just that you don't want to hear what they have to say.
That I am now a bitter, spiteful shipwreck of a man, eh? Even my own daughter thinks I ought to apologize to Lisa.
Don't you do it. Don't. Don't vacillate. Don't waffle. Don't waver. You meant it. You meant what you said. You meant it.
You're right. I meant everything I said
Exactly.
on the videotape. Yeah, I'll be held. I'm not going to say I'm sorry.
Bravo.
Okay? However, it was not my intention to turn Lisa into a martyred saint in this town. Would you tell me how the hell she lands on her feet all the time?
John, have some orange juice. It'll be good for you. May I look at that?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think this equipment is good enough for you. That's why you don't catch enough fish. Mrs. Grimaldi is like the proverbial cat, for God's sake. She gets a new husband, each new life. So just give the whole thing some time.
Time? I don't have any time. I don't need time. I've lost too much here.
Tell me about it.
My career, the opinion of my daughter, respect of my colleagues.
Well, you have to take the bad with the good.
Good? I wish there was a little good. I mean, all I wanted to do was get a little payback here, a little revenge, that's all. I wind up hurting myself more than I hurt her.
Incredibly, Matchlight, the dependable one-match charcoal from Kingsford, is ready to cook on in just 15 minutes. So, the sooner you get Matchlight, the sooner you eat.
How do you get clean and fresh?
Jergens body shampoo. I get so much lather.
You really, really can feel the clean. And it rinses clean without soap film. This freshness is fabulous.
Jergens body shampoo in original, deodorant, and moisturizing formulas.
Take a good look through Transitions lenses. The lightweight plastic prescription lenses with a special tint that lightens and darkens as the light changes. Transitions lenses, lightweight plastic lenses that darken and lighten just like that. It's comfort you can see day or night, inside or outside. Ask for Transitions lenses and see for yourself. They're right in any light.
Ralph's
just like his dad. You can't keep him away from a fight. He's convinced he's got a job to do. And he does, because it wouldn't be the same without him. We eat some good food around here, and Ralph's no exception. He gets Alpo. It's got real beef in every bite, and he loves that.
A great dog deserves Alpo. What's the most dangerous animal in America?
It came out of nowhere.
The answer could be in your own backyard.
That was a nightmare.
The world's most dangerous animals. CBS tonight.
I love you, Gran.
Oh, Chris, I love you too.
I'm gonna miss Grandpa Mac a lot.
So will I, dear. So will I.
I know sometimes he had trouble remembering things, but he'll remember me, right?
There is not a doubt in my mind.
Mom, I've talked to everybody on your list now, except for Lisa. She wasn't in her hotel room, but I left a message for her to call.
Thank you, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
I just spoke with the funeral director. Everything's been arranged.
Thank you, dear.
Mom, why don't you try to get some sleep? You know you were up all night at the hospital.
We all were. But I'll sleep when I feel I can. But I know that this is the way Dan would have wanted to go. He talked a lot about his fear of losing ground to his Alzheimer's, not being able to recognize people, and he dreaded having a long and lingering illness.
Well, he sure loved you.
Mm-hmm. Just to hear him talk, I was a combination of Elizabeth Taylor and Betty Crocker, and I don't know. We got to be best friends. Now I have to learn to get along without him.
Well, we'll try to help you with that. That's why we're here.
It sure is. Excuse me for a minute. We'll just find maybe something at the hospital that you could be.
All right, stay sharp. Oh, Barbara.
Are you okay? I know how hard this kind of thing is for you.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks. Excuse me.
Oh.
Hey, how's Graham doing?
Oh, well.
Thanks for the extra police.
Hey, no problem.
Hi, girlie.
Margot.
Son.
Hey.
Hi.
Graham, I'm so sorry.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, darling.
You know, Mac was one of my biggest boosters. If it hadn't been for him, I probably wouldn't be a cop today.
He was very proud of you, Margot. You too, Hal.
I know it sounds a little corny, but he was my hero.
The department was his whole life. And then after he retired, you all three made him always feel so welcome down there at the station.
Welcome. We called on him more times than I can remember. He was our sounding board.
His one regret was that he didn't stop Mason years ago before he could start spreading his poison.
Oh, we're doing everything we can to stop him now, Graham.
Graham, can I get you some coffee or something?
Oh, please, yes, dear.
Tom, listen. I know you're worried, but I want you to know that the men have instructions not to let anybody in who shouldn't be here.
Hey! Delivery. Sorry, you gotta give it to me.
Oh, you know, I lost the card. Must be in the van.
Well, then, what are these delicacies?
Scallops, crawfish, steamed vegetable, and snake.
Oh.
Very good.
I'm sorry about that. Ah, John Sue, as usual, a marvelous feast.
Nice to see you, Barton.
And you, and give my regards to your wife and children.
Thank you.
Martin, honestly, you know everybody in Hong Kong.
Well, there are just 5 million of us.
Stop worrying about your career, Zoe. I talked to your agent and we should hear back soon.
About the modern?
Yeah, and Richie thinks it looks good, so keep your fingers crossed.
I heard that Francesco is out and Annie Leibovitz is in.
Well, I don't know. She's been working on a big Olympic shoot. Martin, is everything okay?
Oh, it's nothing.
You've been really quiet since your phone call.
No, really, it's nothing. Let's talk about something else. Lisa, are you enjoying the food?
Oh, yes. The snake is very good. It's sort of like chicken. Don't you want some?
No, I'm not really hungry after all.
Oh, that's a shame. Martin, why don't you tell us what's bothering you?
It's really nothing. Nothing that anyone can do anyway.
Well, we could listen. That might help.
Well, I've just learned that, well, my company is going to be nationalized by the Chinese next year.
Well, that's awful. I thought I read somewhere that they weren't going to take over all the companies.
Well, apparently, mine's not one of them. I'll end up with nothing. Not that I should be surprised. Shan Chu had a manufacturing company once.
You mean a waiter?
Yes. He was a CEO. Now look.
Why, that's awful. Now, listen, you've got to fight.
If I do, I'll end up in prison.
But that's so unfair.
I know. But as I said before, I'm not the only victim. You know, the thing that hurts is that I'll have nothing to leave my son. The family heritage, the business. This time next year, it'll all be gone. But, as the Chinese proverb says, when the road gets narrow, then you take another path. And that's what I'm going to have to do. Take another path. Just like you. And I hope that I had the same fortitude in forging a new beginning as you did. And now, ladies, no more frowns. Your very presence here gives me hope.
The last lunar fireball was seen over 75 years ago.
And after I see it tonight, I can die a happy man.
Some gums lose flavor fast, leaving you looking for another piece. Too bad he wasn't chewing extra sugar-free gum. It's the one with delicious, refreshing flavor that really lasts.
Another 75 years.
Hey, people are living a lot longer these days.
Extra lasts extra long.
If I'd taken Advil instead of Tylenol, I could have avoided a lot of pain. It was my daughter, Amy, she's a doctor, who told me 2 Advil handle tough pain better than any 2 Tylenol. Advil just works better.
Advanced medicine for pain.
Sandy had an awful allergy attack, so we went to her pediatrician. She said Dimetap Elixir. It gives the relief she needs and has the grape taste she loves. No wonder pediatricians recommend Dimetap 3-to-1 over Benadryl.
Doctors say Dimetap for good reason.
Experience the special clean and fresh feeling of FDS every day. FDS is hypoallergenic. It's uniquely formulated to safely and naturally absorb moisture, leaving you feeling exceptionally clean and fresh. Feel the FDS difference after you shower or anytime throughout the day. Spray it on yourself, on panty liners, pantyhose, and underwear. FDS. Use it every day to feel clean and fresh.
Philip Spaulding.
I gotta find out who set me up.
A man betrayed.
Somebody that I loved hated me enough to try to bury me alive.
He's back to claim a destiny denied.
I can't get on with my life until I find out who it was.
But how?
Take the enemy by surprise.
Revenge rules the day on Guiding Light.
Ever wonder who's giving the big money to political parties? Follow the Dollar, a special series tonight.
Well, I'm very happy I've been able to help you in any way. It's just... But, Martin, you have to have some kind of plan. It's...
Excuse me. Hello? Oh, it's my son. Look, do forgive me.
Oh, yes,
please, carry on with your meal. I don't want to spoil it any further.
Poor Martin, he is getting hosed.
Oh, I know it. This whole situation is very complicated.
It's his company, right?
Yes.
He busted his chops to build it up, and then he wakes up one morning and it no longer belongs to him?
I know, I admit, I find this very hard to understand.
Well, you won't see me getting brushed aside by some bony Barbie doll. I am on top, and I am going to stay there.
Oh, I love that. You are just so so adamant about your profession and about modeling, and that's the way I feel about my business. I mean, it's in the blood. You betcha. But there is just one thing I think that is far more important, and that's family. I think in the end, that's the one thing you can count on.
Some families, yes, but others, you can forget it, baby.
Oh, well, I know that the last situation I had the problems were so awful, I could never have gotten through if it hadn't been for my two boys.
I really am sorry about this, but I'm going to have to cut the evening short. The situation is a lot worse than I realized.
Oh, Martin, by all means, please take care of business, and we'll get back to the hotel.
Oh, no, I insist. I'll deliver you home. It's just that at this moment, my family needs me.
John, may I say something? You are dangerously close to wallowing in the slough of despond. Now, you told me, do you remember, that humiliating Lisa made you feel like $1 million.
It did, for about 5 minutes.
Oh, come on.
I could have sworn it was going to last longer.
What are we going to do with you, John?
I don't know, I'm beginning to think that Margot's right. After all, the woman moved mountains to make amends. She got all those malpractice suits thrown out. They just disappeared. She was trying to find me a new job and everything like that, and God help her, I think she was in love with me.
No, in love with you? God help her. She wasn't in love with you. She's just in love with the idea of love.
Thank you.
You know what I mean.
Kim called a little bit earlier.
Ah, but you're okay. You're a good guy. You see, she called you your friend.
She told me Dan McCluskey passed away. Just like that.
I'm sorry. He was a nice old man. I'm sorry.
Really
That's too
got me
bad.
thinking.
About your mortality. Huh?
About his funeral. It's going to be quite an affair, you know. He was well liked in this town, knew a lot of people.
Yes, I think he was.
As a matter of fact, it's probably going to be a SRO event, standing room only, a lot of people. I'd be lucky if I get my kids come to my funeral.
You're not dead yet, and you're counting the house. Living well. That is the best revenge.
I wish there was a little living here, you know? I think I should have just dropped this whole idea and gone fishing.
Well, you didn't do that, okay? You didn't do it, so snap out of it.
I want to work again, damn it. You realize how long it's been since I've done anything worthwhile?
Yeah.
I should be in a surgery right now. What if I never see the inside of a hospital again? Sometimes I think I've really blown the whole thing.
Hey, Graham. I knew this day was going to come.
Yeah. How do you really prepare for it, though?
When you're married, you know that one of you is going to be left.
I know. I've been thinking a lot about that lately. It scares the devil out of me.
May I give you some advice?
Yes, you must.
Treasure every moment and don't concern yourself or worry about what may be happening down the road.
Oh, Graham, Tom, and I are raising 2 small boys, and we put our lives on the line.
I know. Have faith. Dan said you were born to be a cop. And I think we need people with values like yours and Tom's and Dan's. And I'm grateful to say I think that there are more Margot and Tom Hughes than there are Bill Masons.
Well, you're right, Graham. The force is definitely made up of honest, hard-working men, and I think we need to be reminded of that. Would you join me? Hi, everybody. I wanted to thank you all for coming and tell you how much it means to my family.
Well, Mac was the man, Tom.
Yeah, he was the man. He was the kind of cop that made you proud. He was fair and he was honest, and Anybody that came in contact with Dan McCloskey, their life was enhanced by that. Now, I know that he was gone before a lot of you came up, but all you have to do is ask anybody who knew him. He was just a cop. I mean, he started on the beat, moved up to detective, became chief of police, but he never forgot where he came from. Because you were the most important thing to him, the men and women under him and their safety. He believed that being a police officer was the finest profession on the face of this planet, and he fought for you. He fought for your benefits. He fought for your vacation time, and he was the first police chief to demand that all his officers wear bulletproof vests. And you know, he worked quietly through inspiration, and I know he inspired a lot of you to become police officers, and I know had it not been for Mac, my wife wouldn't be a cop. Anyway, I didn't come out here to make a speech. I just want you all to know how valued and appreciated you are by my family, as you were by Mac. And the best thing we can do is understand that Mac's spirit stays here and lives here in Oakdale. And we should honor ourselves by trying to be the kind of cop, no, the kind of person that he was.
Triple Color Guard Cheer. With bleach, dirt goes, color stays.
Expect more.
Almay says you can expect more.
Why settle for lashes that smudge?
Amazing Lash Mascara. Its unique gel base gives you long, thick lashes that don't smudge for up to 16 hours. Amazing Lash Mascara from Almay.
Expect more.
Ever notice how a sudden shower can change a peaceful garden? That's kind of what the taste of ripe berries does to good old-fashioned lemonade. Introducing new lemon berry sippers from Country Time.
We're on our way.
About time, Dad.
Yeah.
Real Italian meals don't begin without the Parmesan cheese that's always 100% Parmesan. No fillers. Kraft 100% grated Parmesan cheese. Now you can eat.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
It's Mother's Day weekend,
Mother?
and a baby is about to be born. But a joyous occasion is shattered by tragedy.
Sully?
He's been hurt. Dr. Quinn. Then, a surrogate mother refuses to give up her child.
That's not your baby. It's God's baby.
Will Kathy Lee Gifford be touched by an angel? CBS Saturday.
You're on CBS.
It's Oprah's Amazing Giveaway from Channel 3 and Kiss 95.7.
Hi, I'm Robin King. Does a 27-inch TV with surround sound, a state-of-the-art camcorder, and a satellite dish sound like something you might be interested in? Well, you better plug into Oprah all this week because these are just some of the prizes you can win from Bernie's in Oprah's Amazing Giveaway. Watch Oprah and be the third caller when the contest hotline number appears. You'll win $100 and qualify to win a home electronics makeover from Bernie's. So keep watching Oprah.
Sue Taylor had windows that didn't tilt in for easy cleaning. She called 1-800-811-8589 and found out about Portland Glass thermal seal vinyl replacement windows. Bob Williams was losing valuable heat through his drafty old windows. He called 1-800-811-8589 and discovered Portland Glass Thermal Seal windows. Not affordable? Our factory direct savings will surprise you, and we'll expertly install your windows absolutely free. Call 1-800-811-8589 right now for details.
Ariana, the human arrow, will fly free as a bird. And there's only one place to catch her flight. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, the greatest show on earth.
Opens Wednesday at the Harvard Civic Center, followed by the New Haven Coliseum. Tickets at the box office, Ticketmaster, or charged by phone.
How abusive handicap parking costs you money. Inside edition.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Thank you, Tom. Dan would have been so pleased.
He stood for everything good, Grant.
Thank you all for coming.
Come on, Mom. Time to get some rest. You've been pushing yourself all morning. Thanks, Tom.
So what's this for?
Just for being such a great guy. Great guy that I love.
Thanks.
Pat Flynn, what you said about Mac was right on.
Thank you, Pat. How about a cup of coffee?
I'd rather give you some information that might help you.
Martin, are you sure there's nothing I can do?
I'm afraid not, no.
You've just been so wonderfully kind to me. I wish there was something.
Well, actually, there might be. Oh. Just stay a few more days in Hong Kong.
Now, you have a lot on your mind. I would only be a distraction.
No, one that would bring delight to my days. Lisa, I'm not going to be able to remain in Hong Kong for very much longer. If you were to spend a few more days with me, it would mean so much to me.
How can I say no?
Thank you.
No, I really thank you for proving to me that there's still some gentlemen in this world who are trustworthy.
Well, I hope that you can always trust me.
Excuse me, I want to see if I have any messages.
Of course, yes.
Well, hello, this is Mrs. Grimaldi. Do I have any messages? Yes, I have that number. Thank you very much. Martin, I have to call home.
Chris, I want you to have this.
Mac's watch.
You are very special to Dan. This will help you remember him.
I don't need anything to remember him, but I'll be real proud to wear his watch.
Hello? Oh, Lisa. Hi, darling. I'm sorry, but we have some very sad news. Dan died last night.
Oh, no, Kim. How?
He had a heart attack. Mom wanted you to know, dear.
How is she?
Well, she's incredible, as you might expect.
Is she up to talking?
I think she would love it. Hold on a minute. Mom, it's Lisa.
Lisa?
Nancy, I am so terribly, terribly sorry. You know how much I love Mac. I wish I could be there with you.
So do I, dear, but there really isn't anything you could do.
Well, I could keep you company. That's just what you did for me when I lost Eduardo. I know only too well what you must be going through.
Well, Bob and Kim and Christopher are all here with me. I'm all right. You don't have to worry about me. And I know Dan is at peace, and so am I, in a way. I'm just grateful that we had a chance to say goodbye.
Did he suffer?
No, it was very quick. Now, what about you? Is this trip helping you put John Dixon behind you?
Oh, I did that before I left Oakdale.
Oh, good.
I just don't know how I could be so blind. I feel like such a fool. I mean, I really thought the man loved me.
Lisa, it's very difficult to understand people's actions sometimes. But frankly, I think you're well out of that.
I just dread ever having to see his face again.
Well, if anybody should be embarrassed about that, it's John Dixon, so you just remember that.
Nancy, here I am calling you to comfort you, and as usual, you end up comforting me. Look, I'm going to get the first flight out of here. I'll even leave tonight if possible.
Stylists already know how great Tresemme is, but do you?
These are professional products. They give you salon beautiful hair, but without the salon price.
You are going to love Tresemme's one-of-a-kind remoisturizing conditioner with a special blend of almond oil, silk protein, and rich emollients.
Conditions your hair beautifully.
Gives it softness and shine.
You get salon in the bottle, but not in the price.
Professional, affordable, Tresemme.
Can you get all the beauty of a liquid and powder in one makeup? Ask CoverGirl. It's ultimate finish liquid powder makeup. The flawless coverage of a liquid and the soft, natural finish of a powder. All in one for the ultimate natural look. It's a CoverGirl promise.
A tasty full meal, 8 grams of fat. We did it. Jimmy Dean's new Tastefuls, 8 grams of fat. 2 turkey and cheese sandwiches, rolled gold pretzels, Snackwell's cookies. Tasty full meals.
Recently, these medicines were approved without a prescription for heartburn. But neither Pepcid AC nor Zantac 75 can stop stomach acid faster than Tagamet HB. And Tagamet HB contains the same medicine doctors have prescribed to safely treat heartburn for over 15 years. Nothing stops stomach acid faster. Tagamet HB, advanced relief for heartburn.
Oh, the places Cool Whip can go. With less than 2 grams of fat per serving, take an everyday something and send it to magical new heights. Cool Whip. Ooh, the possibilities.
Mac and I go way back. He was a little older, but we were rookies together. Listening to you just now, I got the feeling I let Mac down.
Oh, I think there are times when we all think we could have done a better job, but I
No, you don't understand. Arresting Bill Mason, you got the right man.
Well, we think so.
I know so.
Go on.
The guy was a bad apple from the get-go. A bully, a racist, and I'm pretty sure a killer even way back.
Are you referring to the prisoner who was beaten in his cell?
So bad he went into a coma and died.
Yeah, I heard about this.
No one could prove it, but everyone knew Mason was behind it. They could have proved it, he wouldn't have been on the force today, let alone in a position of authority. As commissioner, there's not too much Mason couldn't do. For instance, getting his own people into Clegg's jail cell.
What people?
Between you and me?
Yeah.
Slick New York lawyers. Quinlan and Switzer.
How'd they get in there? They didn't sign in.
They were there.
How do you know?
I was one of the men on duty.
I remember.
Like I said, Mason's got a lot of power, not just on the force. He told me not to log them in. Look, I feel lousy about not coming forward before. I was just plain afraid. I retire in a couple months. I can't afford to lose my pension.
Listen, I'm sure Mason knew that.
I got 40 years in the force, and all those years I'd never done anything I've been ashamed of. Till this. I don't want to accept my gold watch with this on my conscience.
You listen, Pat Flynn. Thanks for coming forward.
There's more, Tom. Something else happened that night. If you need me, I'll testify to it. I owe it to Mac.
June 1989. Dear Mike, I'm sorry I left without saying goodbye. I wanted to, but Mom was on my case and wouldn't let me. Oh, Mike, I miss you a lot. And don't laugh, I even miss our nutty house. Chicago's okay if you dig cities, but I'm so lonely here. Mom told me why you're in jail, and I know it has to be a mistake. I believe in you, Mike. And not just because you're my brother, because you're a good person. And I don't care what the cops say you did, there must be another explanation. Mom says you've disgraced the family and I can't ever talk to you again. But I love you, Mike. And somehow I'm gonna keep in touch, I promise. So don't forget me, okay? Love from your pesky little sister, Sarah.
Things are looking up. I just got off the phone with Richie and he has nailed down the modern cover shoot. Guess where the location is? Buenos Aires. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Sarah, aren't you even the least bit excited? You are looking at the girl from Ipanema, and darling, you are her manager.
Sorry, Zoe, I'm kind of in a fog.
No.
Look, I'm really happy that Richie got you the job. But we don't have to go straight from Hong Kong, do we? Because what I said to Lisa about wanting to see Oakdale.
You're kidding, right? Are you out of your mind?
I meant it, Zoe.
No way. Oh, for Pete's sake, Sarah! How many times are you gonna read this stupid letter?
I should have sent it.
Read my lips, Sarah. We are not going to Oakdale, USA. This gloomy stuff has gone on long enough. Maybe you get off on this guilt trip, but I have had it, okay? We have got lives to live.
Good morning, guys.
Just when you think your diarrhea medicine is working.
Oh, boy. What's wrong?
It can let you down. But you can count on Imodium AD to stop diarrhea, often in just one dose, instead of dose after dose, more than a third of a bottle of the pink stuff. And Imodium AD is even better than the leading prescription.
I told you we should have stopped for Imodium AD.
Imodium AD, one dose relief you can count on.
Sure, Kiss-Proof lipstick is good, but only one can be called great. New Great Lip by Maybelline. The first Kiss-Proof lipstick that's triple conditioned. Feels great on, won't budge off. New Great Lip.
Still blowing time waiting for your nails to dry? Maybelline presents Great Finish, the fastest drying nail enamel. Goes from wet to set in 2 minutes flat. Woo! New Great Finish.
You're about to see the difference between Charmin Double Roll and the other Double Roll. The difference is Charmin Double Roll is longer. In fact, 10% longer, 18 feet longer, 26 steps, 2 stories longer, which is why it lasts longer than the other Double Roll. And it's the softer one next to your skin. Charmin Double Roll. It lasts longer because it is longer.
Unlike those big juice companies, we have a different idea about stock growth, market indicators, even futures. Florida's natural premium brand, not from concentrate juice, is made by a co-op of growers whose only business is making juices. They own the land, the trees, the company. So although our idea of stock analysis may be a little different, it's a difference you can taste. Florida's natural premium brand juice.
Look, what she did to you is wrong. That was really wrong. What you did to her was annoying, or maybe embarrassing. The two events cannot be compared. They're like apples and oranges.
I think what I did was a little bit more than embarrassing.
It was a prank.
For crying out loud, I hurt the woman. I toyed with her emotions, and because of that, my kids have... Well, they don't respect me too much anymore.
God, I don't know what... I'm worried about you.
Well, how would you feel if Lily rejected you?
Oh, come off it. Lily's rejected me 1,000 times, for heaven's sake. You know, if John Dixon turns up here, just tell him I'm up at the house. He can come and say hello to me. He's a guy that kind of looks like you, with a new haircut. And I'd kiss you, except you'd think I was in love with you, okay? Snap out of it.
You had no right to do this.
It was just a piece of paper,
It was
Sarah.
a letter that I wrote, and it was important to me.
Oh, Sarah, grow up.
Damn it, Zoe, I have built my life around your needs and your career. What about my needs? Mike is family, and I want to go see him.
This is all Lisa's fault. She has put all of these crazy ideas about family into your head. Well, I hate to remind you this, Sarah, but except for a lousy Christmas card and a few phone calls from Mark, your so-called family has never even tried to reach you.
Well, maybe that's because they didn't know where I was.
Or maybe it's because they didn't care.
Why am I even listening to you? I am gonna go back to see Mike to try to pick up the pieces.
Not until after we go down to Rio.
Have done it a long time ago.
Damn it, Sarah! Can't you see that you're obsessing over two brothers who could care less about you? Now, I have had enough of this sentimental hogwash. Now, we are going to South America. We do not go past Go. We do not go to Oakdale. End of discussion.
Well, we'll see about that.
I'm sorry about your friend. Better?
Yes, thank you. Look, I know you had to go meet your son.
Oh, no, it's all right. I phoned him. He knows I'll be late.
Well, I am better, and I'm going to have to pack.
Lisa, look, I don't like leaving you at a time like this.
Oh, dear, excuse me. Hello?
Lisa.
Who is this?
It's John. Lisa, are you there? I've been thinking about you.
When they left Clegg's cell, Switzer wasn't wearing his belt.
Are you sure about this?
Positive. In my father's grave. God help me, I'm responsible for that man's life.
You're not responsible.
I was on duty, Tom.
You didn't know what they were gonna do.
No, but if I'd insisted they log in, if I'd stood up to Mason...
Listen, you came forward now. That's what's important. This is a bombshell.
I've been walking around with it for too long. Just getting it off my chest, I feel 30 pounds lighter. Like I said, if you need my testimony, you've got it.
I'll be in touch with you. Thanks a million. Hey, you hold things down for me out here while I'm gone?
Yeah, sure. I just came out because my mom said I should.
There you go.
Hey, Chris. Let me get him.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
You see the someone in Hughes family gets this?
More flowers for Grant. Huh?
The coolest cats on video now have the hottest savings. Yeah! There's no better time to buy all the fun-filled musical adventure at a better price.
Ruby, Mama!
Hurry and save up to $10 when you buy Walt Disney's The Aristocats. See store for details.
In your life, you're walking up to circle the earth 4 times. If you've got corns, you'll feel every painful step. That's why there's Dr. Scholl's Advanced Pain Relief Corn Removers. They stop the pain and remove corns fast. Try Dr. Scholl's Corn Removers with Cushling.
Wake up. Remember we decided to start our morning walk today?
Can't wait.
Wake up to naturally decaffeinated Folgers with the richness of mountain-grown beans and all the aroma and taste of regular Folgers. In fact, if you didn't know Folgers decaffeinated was decaffeinated.
You know, with all these changes, I'm glad we didn't switch to decaffeinated. Nothing wakes me up like this.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Even decaffeinated.
I just needed to wake up.
I know, honey.
So, you want to see what my son's getting me for Mother's Day?
He's only a year old.
Yeah, but even he knows Kmart's got great prices.
Smart kid.
Mm-hmm. Fine jewelry, half off.
Nice bracelet.
That's right. The carat's worth of diamonds, only $99.99.
How's he going to pay for it?
Allowance.
For spitting up?
Yeah.
And drooling?
At least he answered the phone.
He says Nana.
That was me.
This week only, all fine jewelry 50 to 60% off our already low prices. Today's Kmart.
Nah.
Don't do that when I call you.
Nah.
Lisa? Lisa, will you please say something?
Lisa, not more bad news. Well, something's upset you. Who was that?
Nobody. I mean, it's nobody important. Somebody trying to sell me something that I'm not buying. Not this time.
Call if you need anything. Everyone's here to help you.
You helped all along by being such good friends.
Well, Mac will always have a special place in my heart.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Bye, dear.
Bye.
Bye, Jess.
These just came for you, Graham.
Well, thank you, dear.
That's odd. I think these were meant for you.
Thinking of you and your family always, Bill Mason.
You want to surprise her, you want to delight her, you want to make your mom as happy as she makes you.
Mom, you're so cool.
And Sears can help you make that happen. Now you can afford to shower her with gold, diamonds, and gemstones, rings, earrings, and bracelets because all fine jewelry is 30 to 50% off. She'll look lovely in one of these embroidered blouses. They're only $17.99. And all other blouses for Mom are 25% off. So make it to Sears before Sunday.
I love you, Mom.
And make your mom happy.
Will Phyllis go too far? Find out in this issue of Soap Opera Digest. Get the scoop on young and restless surprises, plus late-breaking news, gossip, and the episodes you won't want to miss. Get America's #1 soap magazine, Soap Opera Digest.
Your child has a fever, and you have to take her temperature where? But a Thermoscan instant thermometer takes the temperature here in just 1 second. Safely, easily, accurately. Your whole family will love it. Thermoscan.
Still smell the coffee brewing every morning. You can still hear kids being called to the table. And you can still taste the simple goodness of Kellogg's Corn Flakes. The best things in life never change. You gotta make it a great day.
This season's most riveting event.
I knew who killed Winifred Utley.
Brian Dennehy, Patrick Dempsey, and Sherilyn Fenn in Dominic Dunn's A Season in Purgatory, CBS tonight.
Thursday on 48 Hours. She was adopted at birth. She never knew her mother.
It's something I never thought I was going to be able to do.
Now, all of that's about to change.
I hope she likes me.
What will happen? Watch their unforgettable reunion on an all-new 48 Hours Thursday.
Jewelry by Monet. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
You're on.
Tonight on Eyewitness News, so you say you're hungry, how about a burger with a side order bacteria? If you're meeting